Okay, so I asked y'all on my community post, like I think it was a few days ago, if I should do a storytelling video, and most of y'all said yes. I didn't check it today. I'm surprised no one didn't say no. I thought at least one person was gonna say no. So I think I told y'all this multiple. I'm not gonna tell y'all the story yet. I'm just gonna give y'all the little intro, the little details and kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I already told y'all some of the stuff in the past, like in a couple of videos, but I don't think I gave every detail. So I'm gonna make sure I can give y'all every detail, not almost every detail, but every detail that happened in the story. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's just one girl that I met in school. I'm not telling you the grade yet. You have to skip to go to that part. And we met her, we was cool and stuff, and like the next school year we had a couple of problems. Before you watch the actual video, please drop a like and subscribe. It means the world to me. We're almost there to 10,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. So in 8th grade, in my English class, there was one beautiful black girl I was sitting by, because I think we had assigned seats. Our first interaction we had, she dropped her phone. I picked it up for her. She said thanks. Nothing didn't happen that day. We didn't talk, The next day after that, I remember I was in my English class again. I was waiting outside. I don't know what I was waiting outside for. I wasn't waiting on her, so don't say I'm a creep or whatever. She calls me bestie. So I was like, man, she called me bestie, bro. I felt like I was Sami Zayn, like dancing and stuff, doing that. That weekend, I told them about her, and then I told my parents about her, and then everyone was like saying, man, she the one, man, go get you some, Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. Also, later on, she would always make me like walk with her together to 5th period. We didn't have the same 5th period class together, but we would just always walk to 5th period. We would have football games. I wouldn't play in the football games. I'm a ball player. I'm not a football player. I don't like tackling people. That's not very nice. One game, I remember I was with my one friend, and then she was with my cousin, like over somewhere like by the bleachers, like on the other side of the bleachers. She calls me and my friend over. She wanted to go get some food from the concession stand, and the problem was like where our home side was, there was like a bunch of people in the concession stand line. So I said, why don't we go all the way to the other side, and get some food. Then my dad said we were leaving, so on my way down, I was planning to ask for a number or Instagram, but then I just didn't. I was scared. I was just. Then I think it was the 3rd game, because that was the 2nd game I just told y'all about. We went back up to the top from the stadium. It was me, her, my cousin, and then 3 other friends. We took a picture, and then on our way back down, I told her like, hey man, let me I gotta tell you something. I was trying to take her to the like restroom, like where the doors were, so I can just tell her how I actually felt, and ask for a number. I didn't ask her for a number or Instagram like after that game. For some reason I found her Instagram, and then she texted me first. So I was like, we won. So yeah, she texted me first on Instagram, and then nothing really happened. We would text back and forth on Instagram. I would usually text her every day, but mostly every day, I think. Later on, she told me that she had a boyfriend, so I was just like heartbroken. Or is it the hand on the? Well, I was heartbroken because she really stood out to me. Like I said, but no girls really stand out to me like that. I remember one day we was at lunch and I saw her true colors came out. I told my parents what happened, and then my father said that she was like more hood radish type of stuff, like ghetto. And for some reason, I don't know why, I still was crushing on her and stuff. Nothing really happened our 8th grade year like after that. Nothing like bad or whatever you would say. But over the summer, we would like text all the time, but she was still dating that one dude. But like I said, we would text all the time. I was playing GTA. I was doing those diamond casino heists. I was shooting Negroes in their face. And I remember over the summer one time, she invited me to one of her basketball games because she was playing a basketball game. I was just like, let me go there, let me support her and stuff. And then, we chatted a little, and then she had to go, and then I just wanted to go because I got bored. My freshman year, which was in 2023, we would still talk a lot. And like during those football games, we would always text before and stuff, like see, where we were at and stuff. And she would always be like, come get me and stuff. But at the same time, I felt like it was like a setup or something. Because I remember at one football game, I was sitting like all the way on the other side like where this like the same stadium where we used to go back in 8th grade. She was like, you know, come get me, you know. And then I see she's over there all the way on the other side, sitting with one girl, like talking to like a bunch of like the football players. And then I had to slowly creep all the way over there. And then I just walked all the way over there near her. But the varsity games, we would sit and we would talk together. And I remember one game, it was me, her, and like a group of girls and dudes. And then I remember one convo we had. She said we would only be friends with benefits. She wouldn't want to date me. There was this one other girl that also interfered with us during that combo. And then she was like, you know, we need to make a group chat about this, you know, so we can talk about it. And then like the week after, me and her were still texting. And then I remember she brought up some reason like she didn't want to date me. She said I wasn't really freaky enough. And the thing is, like, she wasn't freaky. She was just saying that so she didn't want to date me. Later, like when we were still texting, she said she was gonna invite the person that interfered with our convo at that football game. So we made a group chat, and then nothing bad really happened. You know, we was chilling, we was texting and stuff. Also in that group chat, we would always tell each other we would love each other, but I don't know if it was like actually real. Like I actually felt like we loved each other. I would always tell her that I loved her. I feel like now it's affected me because I really have a hard time saying I love you. Like I just can't say it, and I feel like if I say it, I wouldn't actually mean it. Because I feel like if I said it to someone, I actually wouldn't mean it. I don't know. I feel like she did something to me that made me feel this way. But during basketball season, there was this one thick, light-skinned woman. I was like, damn. She got some cake on her. One practice, like when the girls got done, she went up to me. She was like, "Are you trying to play some force?" And I was like, "Sure." But I told my friends about her in the group chat, and then they were like, hype me up and stuff. Every week, I would always tell them about her. Then I remember one time, I told the girl that I liked in that group chat like how I felt. You know, I told her, you know, I thought we could have, you know, like a love and basketball kind of relationship, you know, because she also played basketball, you know. Like, I love a basketball, you know what I'm saying? That could have been us. I would continuously tell them about the girl, you know, who asked me to play horse and stuff. One day, it was one practice I didn't see her, and then I texted at the group chat, like, where was she at? Because that girl played basketball in the group chat, and the other girl was the trainer. So then she said she didn't want me. Then I snapped back at her, and then we just started going at it, you know, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul type stuff. Throwing them in John Cena and Cody Rhodes type stuff. During that argument, she sent a picture of one of my old videos when I was fat and chubby and I was recording over there. I was like, dude, I love the group chat. Turns out that the trainer girl, she sent her a pic of me when I was fat, and then she used that on me to try to clown me and roast me. So I left the group chat. I told the trainer girl that her head looked like a shit bubble for Fortnite. Then I just stopped talking to her about like 2 months, and then me and the trainer girl, we were still talking. Also during that time, I noticed my people were just listening. Me and the trainer girl was planning to spy on the girl who asked me to play a horse. I know that's kind of weird. I know. We was like detectives. We was moving like Mike Lowry and Marcus.
And now step back to nap his next makes nose now hey.
Cause I would really never see her, and the trainer girl would. So I would text her and stuff, like seeing like, yo, what's she doing? I think it was like a few weeks later, the girl in the group chat, not the trainer girl, the other girl, she went back to me. Then I was like, you know what, man, it's cool. We was cool again. And then I would go watch the girls practice and stuff. I would go ask that girl who asked me to play horse and play one-on-one. And she was like, sure. I would tell them, and then, you know, they weren't being rude. They would just hype me up and stuff. And then I remember me and her got into it again. I couldn't remember what really happened. And then I just left the group chat. So when I wouldn't talk to that girl, I would talk to the trainer girl. Remember that big light-skinned woman I told you about? Yeah. So the trainer girl told me that the other girl in the group chat asked her if she liked me, and then she said no. And then I was like, how would you know if that's true? Like, I wouldn't believe that, because it was from someone else. I would need to hear that from herself to tell me that so I could understand. Then I didn't want to talk to that trainer girl. And I remember I posted on my IG notes something, and then she mocked me and tried to clown me. I told y'all that. I told y'all that in the video before. I mean, I was like, you know what? Wasting my time. boop. And then the girl blocked her, boop. During, like, when I wouldn't talk to the both of them, they both texted each other and planned to try to get to me through another girl's Instagram account. One time in school, it was like almost at the end of the year, on my freshman year, it was during 2024. She came up to me saying like, hey, did you miss me and stuff? I said I miss her. I said I miss her. Okay? Relax, I know. I think we would still talk. Like I said, we would still talk. During that time, I don't know if it was still basketball season. I was gonna ask her to be my girlfriend. It was that morning or it was at night. I texted on Instagram and I was like, if I was gonna ask you to be my girlfriend, what would you say? And then she said, trust me, Jordan, I don't think it will work out. And then I was like, how would you know if you never tried? And then she was like, trust me, it wouldn't work out. You know, you deserve someone better than me. She wasn't lying. Also, that during that time when I asked her to be my girlfriend, she said that she would put her ex over me. Later on that day, she texted me about trying to get back with her ex, that the one that I told you back in 8th grade, because they broke up. And I was wondering, why would she want to text me about that? And you know, like the hard simp I was, you know, I didn't block her, you know, I just still let her waste my time. During the summer of 2024, when I was posting those gnarly T edits, I realized that I would text her every time on Instagram first. It was like for 15 days straight. I would text her first. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait and see how long until she texts me back first. She didn't text me back till September about a football game, because football season was starting. And then I remember at a football game, she went me to a football game, and then we suddenly meet up. Next football game, we was planning to see each other again, and we saw each other again. Damn. And then what happened was she had this other ex. She then over time I was like, you know what, man, she's just a waste of my time. And then I remember one time they were like in the below where the bleachers were, because we had a new stadium at that time. She was below the bleachers talking to her other ex that she had. And then I had to walk by her, and then she was like, dude, come here. She tried to pull me in. She was like, then I pushed her off. During basketball season, last year, not this year, because it's summer right now. We was done with an away game, you know, we lost. I had 6 points, you know, I carried my team. After that away game we had, she texted me saying, yo, Jordan, y'all gonna have some basketball games on Christmas break? And I was like, no, I lied to her, so she wouldn't come up there. And you know what I did? I blocked her. And ever since then, I haven't heard from her. And that was back in December. So it's been like, it's been 6 months since I haven't heard from that. Over time, I realized she just played with my emotions, because, you know, I thought something was gonna happen. I felt something. After all the things we've been through, I felt something would have happened. But no, she just played with my emotions. And something else. You know this bracelet that I'm wearing? She gave it to me. And that's why I decided to wear it in this video today. Overall, I think she played a huge part in my love life, because like me being hesitant to saying I love you, it's just, wow. But I think that's all I remember in that whole story. I really don't have nothing else to say. That was just about it. So if y'all really enjoyed this whole storytelling video, make sure y'all, you know, drop a like and subscribe and comment, and subscribe and like and comment. I thank y'all for watching, and I'm out. You know, I'm about to go get on my PlayStation 5 and play the finals, you know, shoot some Negroes. I didn't say it. Bye.
Rapping channel 6, huh? Know I keep a blick, and I keep the sticks, One of you get hit, I know when it rain, I know when it storm. I see the tornadoes, and I know where they form. Her channel 4.